Hello everybody, it's Liliana Rowena and happy November collab! I'm so happy to be making another collab video with the Lolita Fashion YouTubers group. It's a group on Facebook and we're all doing, well not all, but we often have a lot of different collabs that we have that people opt into, and this month we are doing an Autumn Lolita Fashion YouTubers collab. I will link people's videos in the description below, and we're all kind of going to link to each other's channel. So we had a pretty flexible way of doing this video where we had some topics that we could use, or you can go through all the topics. I have been a big fan of Q&A style videos lately, so that's what I will be doing. Alrighty, so the first topic prompt that was on this was, how have you changed in Lolita fashion since you started? Okay, I have changed in a lot of ways since I started Lolita fashion. I've been an active participant in my community for 5 years, and I bought my first skirt when I was 16. So by the way that you measure what a Lolita is, which for me, I'm more of a lifestyle Lolita, so me being active in my community is really important to me. I say that I've been a Lolita for 5 years, but I have got my first skirt at 16, which was 7 years ago. I feel old. I'm 23, that's crazy. But that's when I got my first skirt. And I have changed so much. When I first started Lolita, I was definitely, I kind of like went through a cycle of Lolita. When I first started Lolita, I didn't really care how Lolita was at all, which most people don't when they first start. They think it's really pretty, but they're like, well, if I do this, then it'll be it enough. And then I had a phase where I was like, I want to do it perfectly, and I was posting to Closet of Frills a lot to get concrete, to get like a better idea of what's going on. And then I tried to do it like perfectly for like a year. That phase like lasted a year. And now that I am out in the world as an adult with an office job who also wants my cost per wear not to be atrocious, I have kind of now hit like this middle ground where I'd say my style is very inspired by early 2000s Lolita, because it's not quite old school, that's not what it is, but it's very streetwear. Like my Lolita fashion style overall is very streetwear Lolita. I know the rules and the silhouette, but to be comfortable and functional, I will make any change necessary. But I still wear my pieces very frequently. Like for example, I saw a TikTok the other day and it made me laugh. It was like Lolita being like, I've realized ballet flats are not appropriate Lolita shoes. And I'm like, fight me. I love to wear ballet flats in everyday Lolita wear. I don't think they're formal Lolita shoes, which is a whole other theory I have on Lolita, of like how formal Lolita kind of took over streetwear Lolita. These aren't real terms. I've made them up. Like if you're new, those are not real terms. If you type that in, you're not going to get anything. This is just the terms I'm using in my like, crazy theory about how Lolita in the West has gotten to like more and more less practical, less wearable clothing. But I've gone on a huge tangent. That's something I'm interested in, is balancing the functionality of Lolita while keeping the opulence and elegance of it. It's a balance I try to strike a lot in my stuff. So as far as how I've changed in Lolita fashion since I started, that is definitely how I've changed. I went through like this cycle. I've also started buying way less out of necessity, and I've recently started to learn tailoring, which is huge for me because I cleaned out my closet out of everything that doesn't currently fit. I am going through like a little fitness thing right now. However, I'm not getting too in depth of that on my channel because I'm still figuring out how that works for me, and I personally don't want to share that over here. That's not what this channel is about. It's definitely interesting, me tailoring my stuff. It's made me realize like I have this huge pile of Lolita that I just was forcing myself into that I'm now like, alright, before I can buy anything else, I need to either sell, donate, or alter this pile to fit. And boy, does that de-incentivize me from buying anything new when I have this giant pile of things that I need to, like, a big task of pile of projects. It's like, alright, you gotta either sell, donate, or fix it. And it's just been looming at me, but I've been working on it. I actually made some progress on that today, which I'm really happy about. What are your favorite cute recipes for this time of year? My favorite cute recipes would be anything that's a dessert. That's not super specific, but like little desserts make me happy. Pumpkin pie makes me happy. Apple pie makes me happy. Pecan pie makes me happy. Okay, my favorite desserts this time of year is probably pie, because I feel like pie is such like a fall and winter food. I feel like you don't eat pie in the spring and the summer. What are you grateful for in this fashion? I have a whole video on my channel from last year, which was the first collab that ever happened in this group, and this group has grown. That, you know what? That's what I'll talk about this year. So, last year, around this time, I actually started the Lolita Fashion YouTubers Facebook group, because I really used to really like the Lolita Blog Carnival. And that was before I knew Bay Area K, the Biblioteca exists, but I'm also part of that. I didn't start that. I don't know who started that. I should look it up. But I decided to create this Facebook group because I wanted kind of a place for people with YouTube channels to be able to connect with each other, and I had no idea there were this many Lolita YouTubers. My subscription feed is almost entirely Lolita, and I have new videos every week to watch. And I am so grateful to be able to find all of these creators that I would have never found otherwise if it weren't for being a part of this group. And I feel honored that so many people were so drawn to this concept and topic that I came up with in my parents' house when I was desperately wanting to have connection outside of just my immediate family. It was because I had been quarantined all summer at that point when I came up with this idea, and we have 100 members as of like a month ago, which it blows my mind. I am so grateful for each and every one of you who participates in these collabs, who makes other collabs that I wouldn't have thought of, who shares their videos, asks questions, contributes to discussions in this group. It is amazing, and I love getting to have this really positive space on the internet for Lolita Fashion. It's one of the most positive spaces I have been in, and I really appreciate all of you guys. I got a little emotional there, but thank you guys all for being here and participating, and it just makes me so happy that you guys wanted to be a part of this. Okay, so do you change your fashion to match with the fall season? So do I change my fashion? A little? No. I don't really. I might wear slightly darker colors more often. And I might wear like sweaters on top of it, but largely I just choose to wear like this level of clothes. And then in the summer I am kind of hot, and in the winter I am kind of cold. So, and I don't currently own a good like winter Lolita jacket. I have a fall Lolita jacket now, which is this cute little bunny hood that is still in the car. But 2 days ago, where I live, it decided it was going to be winter now. And I sadly cannot wear cute coats anymore because I don't have one. But I am one day want to get the Fan Plus Friend wool coat in red, because that'll match both my gothic and my sweet wardrobe, which my wardrobe largely is. I have tried to get into classic, but it never sticks. How do you handle wearing Lolita fashion or not wearing it to family events? So I actually do wear Lolita fashion to family events. I really enjoy doing it. I used to not match the theme at all. So I used to wear like OTT Sweet Lolita to Thanksgiving, which that, I realized when my mom wanted family photos that I stuck out completely not matching the theme at all, which is fine, but my mom made a few complaints about. So now I try to at least match the vibe or the theme of the event, which is probably how I actually ended up with so much red in Lolita. Red is my favorite color in Lolita, but believe it or not, red is my favorite color in Lolita. I really like pink, but I find red to be way more versatile. I've talked about this in multiple videos. I think red is the most versatile color in all of Lolita because it can be gothic, sweet, or classic. It can fit into any of the big three's wardrobe. But anyways, I'm advocating for the color red. It doesn't get enough love. So, what are your favorite kinds of fall meetups? My favorite kind of fall meetup, sadly, this year due to financial stuff and gas prices being wild and me living about 45 minutes away from where the main community is, which is usually not a problem when gas prices in the US aren't crazy. Right now it is crazy. Driving there and back eats a whole tank, which normally is not a problem, but not a whole tank, like a half tank, which normally isn't a problem because it would be like, oh, $10. Now it's like $20. It costs me like $80 to fill my whole tank, and I kind of can't be going through that kind of money at the moment because I'm still recovering from a time period where I was unemployed and largely not making videos. That's part of where that where did I go for a month happened. But anyways, I really like picnic meets in the fall. I love, I did a ghost walk. I did make it to the ghost walk meetup, which was amazing. We have a ghost walk, which is awesome, and I always fail to wear sensible shoes to that, because for me, meetups is where you get into formal Lolita. I gotta make a whole video on that theory at some point of formal versus everyday Lolita, because it's just like a little worm bugging my head right now. I like apple picking meetups, I like pumpkin patch meetups, like anything that's quintessentially fall, I really enjoy. Alright, so that's all of the little prompts. I really felt like going through all of them. I cannot wait to see everybody else's videos. If you liked this kind of content, please check everyone in my description below. I'll be updating it because sometimes it takes a few days for everyone to get their videos up, so I will be putting the links in as they appear. And if you like my type of content, please click on one of the videos at the end or like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Liliana Rowena,